Hello, everyone. Aloha. Welcome. Thank you for joining us today for TravelStore's Romance in Travel video podcast to Hawaii. Each month, we will take you to a new destination as we explore the most romantic travel experiences our world has to offer, and as we at TravelStore show you the vacations we can create for you. My name is Florence, just like the city in Italy, but my accent is French, as you can all tell. I started to work for TravelStore 20 years ago, fell in love with the culture of the company, and never left. Today, I manage the extraordinary honeymoon and destination wedding division. My passion is travel, and I do prefer it with a little touch of romance. So in today's podcast, we are traveling from island to island in Hawaii. Oahu, Maui, Kauai, and the Big Island. Hawaii is so popular right now. You may already have planned your escape to Hawaii, or you're thinking, oh, I've got to do that. Well, today, let's look into enhancing your vacation with some great romantic experiences. So as usual, please send your questions in the Q&A box. My colleague Heather here, hi Heather, is going to pick some to address live during the podcast. And for all of those that we won't get to today, don't worry, I will send you the answers to all the questions next week, along with the recording of the event, so you can share it with your friends, share it with your family, and maybe watch it again. So mahalo again to all of you for joining us today. A special thank you to our TravelStore clients. Your trust really means everything to us. And for those of you that haven't worked with us yet, please, we're looking forward to enhance your lives with our special travel touch. So now it's my pleasure to introduce you to my friend and colleague, Katie. Hi, Katie. Going to introduce you to the amazing Hawaii itinerary we put together for you today. And she's also going to present you our super Hawaii partners. Hi, Katie.
Hi, everyone. Aloha. You hear this coming and going in Hawaii. It communicates care and respect. The aloha spirit is a way of living in Hawaii. How lucky we are to call these beautiful islands our 50th state, to be able to enjoy and experience the aloha spirit when we visit and have a glimpse of the rich Hawaiian culture. Our TravelStore Hawaii experts have designed a trip which will take us to 4 islands where we will visit some of our favorite hotel partners. We will meet Gary at the Turtle Bay Resort on Oahu, the Gathering Island. Emily will show us the Andaz on Maui, the Valley Island. Rita will be coming to us from the Grand Hyatt Kauai, the Garden Island, which is also the oldest island in Hawaii. Heather will share the Monoloni on the Big Island of Hawaii, the youngest island. Coordinating the trip will be Joseph, our partner at Classic Vacations. Joseph, take us to Hawaii.
Thank you so much, Katie and Florence. I am so excited, and it's such a pleasure to be here to be able to host you guys on this little virtual journey we get to take around the islands today. So I'm going to share my screen here and show you guys some beautiful places here. So really quick, before I get started and pass it over to some of our amazing partner hotels here, I'm going to talk a little bit about Classic Vacations and our history in Hawaii. We've been around for over 43 years now, and Hawaii is where we got our start. So we were originally a wholesaler that only did Hawaii. We've branched out over the years, but Hawaii is really our heart and soul of all that we do. So we're so excited now to see travelers coming back. And as Florence and Katie said, it is a very, very popular time to go to Hawaii. Everyone's been missing it over the past year during the pandemic, and people are coming back in droves and very excited to be there. Classic, you probably have not heard of us because we only work with travel advisors like our friends at TravelStore. We partner with them and we take all these different components of the trip and put them together so you have a completely seamless journey. We're behind the scenes and we just make everything come together perfectly for you, whether it be the air, the rental car, the hotel, and we work with our friends at TravelStore to make that all happen. So really quick, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a lay of the land here. I know a lot of you are probably joining us from California. So we have this map here to give you a little bit of perspective of how far your journey times are going to be coming from major cities in California to the main islands of Hawaii. It's really easy to remember because there's not that much variation in the travel time. So whether you're coming from San Francisco to Maui or San Diego to the Big Island, all the travel times for these routes are going to be between about 5.5 to 6 hours. So pretty comparable no matter where you're leaving from or where you're going to in Hawaiian Islands when we're referring to California. And of course, all the major airlines are flying these routes. So once you arrive, we have some great options for you guys transportation wise. If you just want to relax and not have to do anything yourself, which is totally, we have VIP transfers, limousine services. If you're traveling with a group, we have minibus transfers. So whatever type of transportation you're looking for, your travel advisor or TravelStore will be able to set that up with us directly, take care of your luggage and all those things you don't want to have to deal with.
That's really practical. I like those transfers because sometimes you just don't want to have a rental car, but sometimes you do.
Yes, and your travel advisor will definitely give you a heads up about rental cars right now because as you may or may not know, there is quite demand for rental cars in Hawaii right now because of how popular it is and how many people are traveling there at this moment. And also because they don't have the inventory that they did pre-COVID. So this is a very important component and your travel advisor will remind you of this when you're planning your trip to make sure that you book your rental car ahead of time. So now that we're going to start our journey here, we're going to begin with Oahu. As we mentioned, Oahu is really kind of the hub of the Hawaiian Islands. It's where Honolulu is, the main international airport, Honolulu International Airport, and world famous Waikiki. So a lot of people start their journey here. We're going to be starting with Turtle Bay Resort, which you'll see is on the north shore of Hawaii. And we're going to hand it over to our friend Gary at Turtle Bay.
Hi, Gary.
Hi, Florence, how are you?
Aloha.
Aloha. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you, Katie. We are so excited and so honored to be part of your podcast to your VIP clients. And I'm excited to show them Turtle Bay, at least a little romantic part of Turtle Bay today. You see in front of you a map. We are located about an hour from the airport. There's two ways to get. You can go along the blue route right through the center, which goes through the pineapple fields, Dole Plantation. You'll see all the pineapples that are produced probably for a grocery store near you. And then you head along the coast, which is the Bonsai Pipeline, the famous Bonsai Pipeline. You'll see surfers along the shore, Turtle Beach filled with turtles to go snorkeling and swimming with. When you get to Turtle Bay, I'm going to actually transport you there right now.
All right. So happy to see your property. Not even open yet. July 1st, right, Gary?
Yes, we're opening. We're excited. We're about 31, 32 days away from opening here. We've gone through major renovations. So excited to show you one of our brand new renovated bungalows, oceanfront, by the way. So let me take you there. And here we go. Welcome. Aloha. To the romantic boho retro chic design of our new bungalow king, oceanfront. In the bathroom,
beautiful bathroom. Nice.
Yes, and definitely a romantic tub for two, deep soaking tub, a separate shower, all the amenities, and then we wander in here to our beautiful bungalow with a floating king size bed with an outlook to the ocean, which we'll see in just a few moments. We've taken the time to set it up for romance. You'll see some fresh flowers there in the heart design. And again, just an amazing, I'm so happy and so proud of the new look of the bungalows. And we will take care of that romantic time that you're all looking for, the getaway. on the North Shore of Hawaii. It is traditional Hawaii. It's not the big city of Honolulu where you can go for the day or spend a few days there and do all the shopping. This is where you're going to find traditional Hawaiian spirit, the surfers. And this part here is my favorite part, which is the lanai. I call it the outdoor living room. Let me tell you, I've been spoiled sitting out here in the evening time with a nice glass of wine, watching the beautiful, beautiful sunset. It is spectacular.
Look at this ocean, so blue. Mm.
Yes, and what's nice is we have 1,300 acres of property, horse stables. We've got 5 miles of coastline on our property, 12 miles of hiking trails. We're putting together some incredible romantic packages from dinner and movie on the beach for two. We've got a new helicopter experience that will take you up to a private spot on a mountaintop where you can have a picnic, romantic getaway picnic for two, where you'll be all by yourself, delivered by an open door helicopter to the top of a mountain. With this, I would like to say thank you for joining me here at Turtle Bay today, and we look forward to welcoming the clients of TravelStore. They've been a longtime partner of mine, and I'm so happy. We will take very good care of you. Come visit us here.
We cannot wait to walk on that 5-mile beach. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Gary. Joseph, I think Gary prepared a little video for us to see. It's coming. Oh my God, I am there. Beautiful.
Wow, we are ready to go.
Yeah.
And
Heather, do we have
we're
maybe a question that popped up for Gary already?
Yes, there is a question for Gary. How is the snorkeling at the hotel, and do you provide snorkel gear?
Well, that's an excellent question. Thank you. I'm happy that you asked that. Again, with 5 miles of coastline, we've got some incredible snorkeling areas, including snorkeling. Can you imagine more romantic than swimming hand in hand, snorkeling hand in hand, following the daily life of a turtle, a sea turtle? There are so many in this area, hence the name Turtle Bay. Again, hand in hand romantic snorkeling with complimentary snorkeling gear. We can hardly wait to welcome you.
Super. Thank you so much, Gary. So, Joseph, what else on Oahu do you like to do? Anything else?
So I have two cool experiences that I really like when you're in Oahu. And I think these are really great, especially for perhaps people who are visiting Hawaii for the first time. So one is a luau package that we do with Kolina Resort on the east side of the island, not too far from Turtle Bay. This is just, you know, the quintessential Hawaiian experience I think that a lot of people have in their mind when they think about going to Hawaii. You know, you have this incredible spread of Hawaiian food. You get to watch the sunset and have drinks and have all this incredible cuisine. And then of course, a hula show, fire dancers, everything that is what you imagine Hawaii to be. This is what the luau experience is. So I think that's definitely a must see, especially if it's your first time visiting the islands.
Right.
And then on Oahu, of course, you know, sometimes we forget that there's some really fascinating historical sites in Hawaii. Of course, Pearl Harbor being one of the most famous. So I think this is a really interesting, you know, at first I was like, is this a romantic experience? I'm not sure, but I think that this is a great thing. Even if you're not a history buff, again, if you have not been to the islands before, I think this is a must see. No matter how much you've read about it and seen it in movies, it's a completely different experience to be there on site. And no matter how much you think you know about it, you're going to learn a lot. It's really, I think, something remarkable and a must see if you have not been there before.
That's a great idea, Joseph. Romance is different for everyone. Thank you so much. So where are you taking us next?
So next, we are headed over to Maui. So you'll notice I'm going to be showing you guys in between the islands that we visit, a quick shot of, showing you the route that you'd be flying to give you kind of a lay of the land where the different islands are. You'll notice that with all of them, the flight times are pretty comparable. You're never going to be flying more than an hour between different islands of Hawaii. So keep that in mind that it is really easy to island hop. They're all going to be within an hour flight of each other. Between Oahu and Maui, just 40 minutes. And this is also the most heavily trafficked route between the islands. So there's over 20 scheduled flights a day.
Oh, that's easy. Great. And views from up there between the islands, I'm sure.
Oh, yes, absolutely. On a clear day, it's beautiful. So now we're going to be heading over to Maui at the Andaz in the Wailea area and our friend Emily.
Hi, Emily. How are you? Aloha.
Aloha, Florence. Thank you so much for the amazing intro. And Joseph, I love that we're pointing out the flights because after we see these 4 properties, we're going to have to go to all 4 of them on our trip. I don't think you'll be able to choose just one. I know I want to visit Gary now. Well, it's so great to be here with you guys today. Thank you so much to TravelStore for putting together this podcast and including your friends at Andaz Maui. We are definitely no stranger to romance here at Andaz. That's kind of one of the things that we're known for, those romantic getaways, whether it's any celebration, a honeymoon, the ever popular baby moon now, or an anniversary trip. And what better way to show you how we kick off our stays here at Andaz than to showcase our beautiful oceanfront 2-bedroom villa. We are lucky enough to get into one of these today, even though they're super popular. And I want to just show you the view because I think it speaks for itself.
All right, show us.
Into your villa. This is what you would expect sitting on your lanai.
Wow.
Yes, so beautiful, expansive ocean views. During whale season, this is an amazing spot to watch the whales jump, drinking some coffee, or to hang out in your own private jacuzzi in the evening with a glass of wine. Right there.
The weather seems amazing today.
The weather is perfect. It's hard to find a bad day in Maui, but today is particularly amazing. I think they did that just for our podcast. And whether it's staying in this beautiful 2-bedroom oceanfront villa or another one of our amazing accommodations, we certainly have the for everyone. You could expect beautiful views like this from a lot of our rooms here. And from there, our romance and excitement does not stop at our rooms. We have some pictures to show you about some other amazing experiences we have on the property.
All right.
Joseph. Awesome. So it's so hard to showcase everything we have, but I think these are some great ways to get excited about the romance here at Andaz Maui. Whether it's taking a swim in one of the pools, a leisurely day, enjoying our beautiful beachfront space, the beach Makapu, which is amazing for snorkeling. There's a shallow reef. We include snorkeling gear in our resort package, so that's all covered for you. Or enjoying one of our ocean activities. Again, something that's amazing and included in our resort fee. We have that outrigger canoe, guided kayak tours, or other fun on-property activities like our mixology class that's featured in that right top-hand corner, or one of our just check-in experiences is unique, and we sit you down and you get a really custom and private experience for your check-in. Or you cannot go wrong with any of the dining here at Andaz Maui. Our signature farm-to-table style Ka'ana kitchen. If you're looking for that fresh and local food, that is going to be an exceptional place to eat. We also have third-party Morimoto's Japanese cuisine on property. That's featured in that bottom corner photo. And as you see there, their roof does open up for starlit gazing in the evening. So nothing is more romantic than watching the stars over some fresh fish that was probably caught right here on Maui.
Yes,
and then,
sure.
If you want something elevated, a little bit more from those included experiences, on the next slide, We have some.
Beach is so beautiful. I can't stop watching, looking at it.
I know, we are so blessed with that beach. It's incredibly beautiful and super calm. So it's safe for, anyone, whether you are experienced in the ocean or whether it's your first time. And out from there, we have some incredible experiences. We are no strangers to proposals here on the property. That bottom left-hand corner, that's actually a flower arrangement that says "Marry Me" that we did in one of our pools. It was absolutely incredible. She did say yes. So got the job done for sure. Or, a private cabana dinner that's set up right on the beach. We have custom options that can be completely customizable and course dinner meals. And something new and exciting that we're adding. So we have one of the newer luau's on the island. It's about 2.5 years old. The Feast at Makapu. It's an amazing intimate style luau. It has a course dinner selection. But we are adding something even more romantic to that offering, a private cabana experience for that. So that's going to be rolling out here soon, and it's going to be amazing. You can just enjoy with your significant other from a private cabana watching the show, handcrafted cocktails. I've personally seen the location and setup, and I would like to do it. So if anyone wants to join me, you're welcome to do so.
That's very special to have a small, cozy, romantic luau. It's very special in Hawaii. Yeah,
I agree. Yes, it's very unique to what the luau's typically offer. So we're really excited to be adding that to our luau options. But there's plenty of ways to experience romance in Hawaii, especially at Andaz Maui, and we hope that we get to help you do that here. And thank you so much again to TravelStore and to Joseph.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Emily. Heather, do we have any question for Emily?
We do have a question. I think I know the answer though. The question is, what is your favorite restaurant in Wailea?
Yes, so I am partial to Ka'ana Kitchen. I mentioned that amazing chef experiences there. The octopus is incredible. But if I didn't have to pick Andaz Maui, I would certainly say another great casual dining option in the area is our friends at Monkey Pod down the street. Monkey Pod is a well-known favorite in Hawaii in general, and we're lucky to have one here in the Wailea area. If you go, I definitely recommend trying one of their signature Mai Tais. They're famous for that lily koi foam that they put on top.
All right, I'm writing this down. Mai Tai. Okay. Thank you, Emily. So, Joseph, what's your favorite romantic thing to do on Maui? You're muted. You're muted.
Sorry about that. So I have two beautiful outdoor experiences that are really romantic for Maui. So first, our waterfall and rainforest hike adventure. I think this really kind of fulfills your fantasy if you've ever dreamed of being like on a deserted island and just being able to go through this pristine rainforest and see these incredible waterfalls with these crystal clear pools underneath them. The really neat thing is if you're more adventurous on this, the guides will let you they have designated places that are safe to jump from. And there will actually be a few places on the hike where if you're adventurous enough, I'm not, but other people are, where you can actually jump into these pools from the ledges next to the waterfall. So that I think is so cool. Really memorable experiences, fun for couples, especially ones who like adventure, and also some great photo ops in there too. And then we have this really cool sunset dinner sail on the Trilogy catamaran. So what's neat about this is, it's not just your traditional sunset cruise. This is very intimate. So there's only going to be a few other people on board with you for the dinner. And they just have a couple tables set up. You get on board, you set sail down the coast of Maui, watch the sun go down, have drinks. And then when it's time to have your 4-course meal, they actually anchor in a little cove. So you don't have to worry about being, rocking and rolling in the waves when you're trying to eat your nice meal. So they actually anchor and you get to be in this pristine little cove and have this beautiful dinner and watch the stars come out and then sail back afterwards. So it's really, really romantic and beautiful.
Oh my God, I cannot choose. I think I have to do both because this
is definitely
beautiful. Thank you so much, Joseph. Okay, wow. So where are we going next?
So we are headed now to Kauai. So now we're going to be making a 40-minute flight again, just like before, over to the island of Kauai. On some of these other island connections, when you're not coming from Oahu, there are less frequent flights per day. So if you're going between Maui and Kauai or Kauai and the Big Island, there will not be as many frequency of flights. And that's something that your travel advisor at TravelStore can help you navigate as well.
Oh, yes, we will.
So now we're on Kauai, which is the oldest of the Hawaiian Islands, really lush, green, and beautiful. You've probably seen it in Jurassic Park and a million other movies and didn't realize you were looking at Kauai. And we're going to hand it over to our friend Rita at the Grand Hyatt.
Hi, Rita.
Aloha and good morning.
Good morning.
So glad to be here. Thank you so much. We are coming to you from the sunny south shore of the Garden Island, and we're located just 16 lovely and scenic miles from the airport. We're very fortunate to occupy about 50 acres of oceanfront property, so it really makes for a lot of space for you to come out and kind of have some nice walks along the beach. But to share that, why don't we run a little bit of a video and see what the resort has to offer? Take it away,
All
Joseph.
right, let's go. Let's put us in the mood.
Awesome.
Oh, wow. You
Right?
got me with the spa there. I want to go to the spa.
Isn't that fun? So we just kind of highlighted a lot of places where folks can just kind of go and get their romance on, if you will. But one of the things is we do have a lot of space with this large property where as couples, you can either join in the spaciousness with everybody else, or there's also lots of little spots to hide away. One of the great things is that we do have an adults only pool. So I think that's awesome. You don't have to listen to folks play Marco Polo all day long. And then a cocktail is like maybe 50 feet away. So what else says romance than a cocktail at the pool? But there's lots of places all to escape and grab a quick bite with your loved one. We recommend Stevenson's Library, where you could feed each other sushi by hand, or you can have a romantic dinner by a Tiki Torch Lagoon at Tide Pools. Or if you really want to go big, it's very popular also this year, is Sharing the Stars, your private oceanfront cabana to have dinner looking at Shipwreck Rock, which is the photo shown there. It's an absolutely wonderful experience. I highly recommend it. Change slides, please, Joseph. And also what helps to contribute to your romantic experience is your accommodations. We highly recommend going with an ocean view room, at least a very standard room with an ocean front. But if you're looking for, again, something moments of more, we do offer many suites to choose from, and your TravelStore partner can definitely assist you in making the right choice for you, because when we are on a romantic getaway, we all need a little bit extra space for more romance. Go ahead and change
And that's
the slide.
something you do offer, extra space. Your rooms are huge. That's great.
That we do. My master bedroom will fit in the bathroom, just saying. And then as far as what is romance to you, that's different for everybody. So whether it's getting muddy in an ATV and feeling the exhilaration of the day, or flying down a double zip line, or maybe just taking a walk along the coast, as you can see there, Kauai really does have everything for everybody, no matter how you define romance. So by all means, come to the Garden Island, the oldest among the chain. Beautiful waterfalls, amazing emerald mountains surrounding you in the blue seas. We'd love to welcome you and help share your special time with your special someone.
Beautiful. Rita, is that you on the zip line here?
Oh yeah, that's me. No, I'm only kidding. No, but it is an awesome zip line. I will have to tell you that. It's absolutely amazing to go up in the sites and see that. And today I'm coming to you all from one of our ocean suites.
Ooh, nice.
And I'll kind of flip that around a little bit and show you the suite here. And then as we go over, you can see our wonderful king bedded room. And then we have our enhanced bathrooms. I never turned the lights on. With our wonderful soaking tub for two. And then of course we have our wonderful ocean views.
Nice. Beautiful. Look at this water. Amazing. Wow. Hey, we already have a question that popped up for Rita, maybe for Kauai.
We do have a question for Rita.
Okay, and what would that be?
Does it rain a lot in Kauai? And what's the best time of year to go?
So yes, it does rain a lot on Kauai. However, the good news is that it only happens in the center of the island, an area that we call Mount Waialiali, which is way in the center. But here on the sunny south shore of Kauai, we only have what we call trade showers that amount to about 40 inches of rain daily. And those typically occur in the early morning hours when I'm walking my dog or in the evening. And as far as the best time of year to come, I would say my favorite time would be May, which is kind of a transitional period, September, which is also the same. And then that cozy little nook between Thanksgiving and Christmas, where it's just a little bit quieter and the island is pretty much yours to have almost fairly exclusively, because a lot of folks don't like to travel during that period.
This is great to know from an insider. It's really the best time to go. Thank you so much, Rita.
My pleasure.
What, Joseph, tell us, what are your favorite romantic things to do on Kauai?
So I have a couple really cool things here, kind of in the adventure vein, since Kauai is such a beautiful place where I think a lot of people who are drawn to Kauai are people who are outdoorsy and really want to take advantage of all the beautiful unspoiled nature that's there. So I have the Skyline Hawaii Zipline Tour. This is really cool, again, for people who are maybe a little bit more adventurous. The first time I ever did ziplining, I didn't realize that I always thought that a zipline, you just go and do the zipline and then that's it, you know, it like lasts 1 minute. I didn't realize that when you go to places like Skyline Hawaii, they have 8 different ziplines. So it's a whole course. You get to see this entire geographic area, zipping over all these different beautiful lush valleys. It's a really cool experience. It's not too scary, you know, if you're an on the fence person like me. I really was glad that I did it. It's absolutely beautiful. And then our other one, and I think, of course, you know, helicopter tours are something I think a lot of people associate with Hawaii, and it's kind of something that's on people's bucket list if they're doing a Hawaii trip, to do a helicopter tour somewhere along the way. I think Hawaii is a great place to do a helicopter tour for a few reasons. 70% of the island is not accessible by road. So you're going to see a lot of places by helicopter that you wouldn't be able to access or see otherwise. 2 of my favorite places that you see on a helicopter tour in Kauai is Waimea Canyon, which is known as the Grand Canyon of the Pacific. You've probably seen photos of it. It's just absolutely spectacular. This canyon just in the middle of the interior of Kauai. Imagine the Grand Canyon, but with a ton of lush vegetation everywhere. So, you know, we think of canyons as being kind of desert, and here you get to see it on this lush Pacific island, and it's just spectacular. And then also the Nepali coast, which is on the north side of Kauai, where you have these incredible dramatic 3,000-foot cliffs that just go straight down into the ocean. So those are 2 places that you can only see if you're viewing them by helicopter. And also the mountaintop that Rita mentioned, I'm not going to even try to pronounce the name, but I'm a geography nerd, and I was reading about how it's the 2nd wettest place on Earth. They get 415 inches of rain there every year. So you can imagine how lush and beautiful that is. And you also get to see that from the helicopter tour as well.
That's the Green Island. That's
True.
Thank you, Joseph. So now I'm guessing we're going to the Big Island.
Yeah, so we have one more island left here. So this is kind of cool. We're flying from the oldest island to the youngest island in the Hawaiian island chain. So this is going to be a 55-minute flight. And we're here on the Big Island. This is the one where we still have active volcano. We have some incredible geography here, which I'm going to talk about at the end when I talk about our romantic experiences. But now we're going to hand it over to our friend Heather at Mauna Lani.
Hi, Heather. You may be muted. How are you?
I'm here. Hi. Aloha, everyone. And thank you to our TravelStore partners for including Mauna Lani on today's podcast. And hello, VIP clients of TravelStore. I would love to share a video from Uncle Danny, who has been with the resort for 38 years, right from the beginning. And he's still with us today. He's been known to be a healer as well. His father was a senator for Hawaii. So, you know, he's very well known. He's kind of like the mayor of the island. So please enjoy the video. Thank you.
Okay, let's go.
Whenever I travel, I come back here to be grounded. And that very pico, that spiritual center of these very powerful mountains, the same thing that attracted the ancients, that attracted the ali'i, the royalty here, that energy force here, that magnetism is a very powerful thing. People travel all over the world and they search for a place that they know exists somewhere, and it just tugs at them. And it's a place that you can allow yourself to release and let things go. You know, sometimes I'll just come out here in the quiet and just close my eyes and just listen to the silence, just sending all of the problems of the world to that setting sun.
Oh my, thank you so much for sharing this with us, Heather. That's
yes,
great.
And that is the real experience that people, you know, get to absorb when they come to Mauna Lani. It is much more of a soulful journey, like we like to call it, as we are in the center, the pico. It literally means the belly button of the 5 volcanic mountains: Mauna Loa, Hualalai, Mauna Kea, Kohala, Haleakala, on the island of Maui, and that can be seen on a beautiful clear day. And that makes any couple getaway extra intimate and special. So there is that true authentic aloha spirit felt when you visit our sacred location. And this has people coming back year over year. People often ask if we have swimmable beaches because the Big Island is known to have lava rock around. So we are very lucky to have one right in front of the resort where we have all of our water activities, and our Kainalu pros are watermen that you know, everyone can feel safe with. Like they can, you know, help surfers become like extra, you know, pro when they're visiting the resort. If there's the couple surfer, we do stand-up paddleboarding, outrigger canoe, and snorkeling beyond the reef. We are right, but we have a reef around the property, so there's beautiful, colorful fish around us and along with the turtles.
I can see myself having dinner right there on the beach. Such a
yes.
spot.
Also, if you come between March and November, you will have a front and center view of the whales, as that's whale season. So I highly recommend coming during that time. They breach, they they are super active, and they're not afraid of the people. So they become part of the resort experience.
Great. Wow.
Yeah. So moving on to the next slide, please. We are only 25 minutes away from the Kona airport. We are along the Kohala coast. The island has 11 different microclimates out of the 13 in the world. And we are very lucky being in the position that we are to have the most perfect weather conditions all year round. So it's not there's never a bad time to visit. And if there is a little rain, it's considered a blessing. So it's all good stuff at Mauna Lani, and we're an all open air environment. There's so much soul to be felt here, and you'll be serviced by the most kind-hearted Hawaiians. I've literally never met so many kind people in all like one place. Like my heart bursts with their pure, beautiful souls. I don't have a view of our oceanfront accommodations, but I highly recommend those, as they're the closest thing you'll get to are the beach, and of course you'll have those the whale watching as well. We are a perfect destination for any romantic getaway, and personalization is our specialty. We can have Uncle Danny, who you saw in the video, do a private Hawaiian blessing, and he places the leis between the couples. We can set up fire dancers, hula dancers, your singers. We even had, for an Indian wedding, a food truck come because they were missing a piece of home or flavor of home. So we were able to personalize that. So we love to be challenged with these requests. So
Good.
Whether you're visiting for a proposal, baby moon, elopement, honeymoon, or planning that intimate wedding, you'll be able to enjoy the breathtaking sunsets and memories to last you a lifetime. You can just move on to the next slide. Also, we have very little air pollution. So you can join your loved one underneath the beautiful deep blue sky with, it's like a confetti of stars. Also, I don't know if Joseph's going to touch on this, but we recommend doing an excursion if you want to go off property to Mauna Kea. Sometimes it has snow during the winter months due to the microclimate, but so bring your winter clothes. But you have the most beautiful stargazing up there, and we can set you up with a photographer, and it seems like you're like in the universe. So that becomes
I think Joseph is
romantic.
gonna take us there. And Heather, let me ask my other Heather if you have maybe a question for Heather at the Mauna Lani.
We do have a question regarding the Big Island. It is, what is the best way to see the volcano?
By a helicopter. So we have a helipad right at the resort. So super easy access, and you'll get to see it from above, and it's still active. So definitely work with your TravelStore partners and Classic Vacations to set that up.
That's really great to have your helipad. That's super convenient.
Yes. All right. So we have lots of things to be explored here. All right. So I hope that you can come visit us soon. Thank you.
Oh, yes. And thank you for sharing those beautiful pictures with us. So Joseph, tell us about maybe a last couple of romantic things to do on the Big Island.
Yes, the Big Island has so much to offer, and like Heather was talking about the microclimates and things, it's funny, if you're going up to Mauna Kea, you actually might want to pack something a little warm. You don't ever think about packing something warm to come to Hawaii, but that's part of the magic of the Big Island. So I have two really cool romantic / outdoor incredible nature experiences. The first one is the deluxe snorkel and dolphin watch. This is a 65-foot catamaran that you go out on for half a day. You have a continental breakfast as you head out, and then you get to have the opportunity to do some dolphin watching. They guarantee that you'll see dolphins on this tour. If you don't, they actually let you come back again the next day or the day after if you're still there, because they're so sure. But I don't think anyone's ever not seen them. I've never not seen them, and I know that I've never heard anyone say that they didn't see them. So I think that's why they're safe saying that you're guaranteed to see them. The thing that's really neat is once you anchor for a little bit in an area, they have every kind of water accessory that you could ever want. So you can do snorkeling, paddle boarding, just float around, do whatever you want. I think for me, when I go to Hawaii, that's always one of my favorite days of the trip, is when you just have that day where you're just like snorkeling and playing in the water, kind of feel like a kid again. And it's just so much fun. And this is a great way to do that. They also even have a 20-foot water slide. So talking about feeling like a kid again, you can just like play on the water slide all afternoon. It's just so much fun. And then again, Heather was touching a little bit upon stargazing and about Mauna Kea. So we have this really cool Mauna Kea Summit in the Stars tour that you can do. And this one, you leave a little bit later in the day. As you make your way up, you have this beautiful warm picnic dinner. And then you actually go up almost to the summit of Mauna Kea, which is 14,000 feet above sea level. So that is why it actually does snow there in the winter time.
Wow.
We're so far up above sea level. And if anyone out there is a geography nerd like me, Mauna Kea is actually, if you measured it from where it begins underneath the floor of the ocean, is the largest, highest mountain in the world, higher than Mount Everest if you measured it from below sea level where it begins on the floor of the ocean. So that's how big Mauna Kea is, and the island of the big island of Hawaii. So you're up there, up at this high elevation, you get to see the sun dip below the horizon. And then we start making our way down, and then we have a place at about 9,000 feet above sea level where we stop, and we have our own telescope with us, and we get to take advantage of those incredibly dark night skies because it is one of the best stargazing places on the planet. And you get to have hot chocolate and just watch the starry sky before you head back to the beautiful Mauna Lani. So it's
okay, so that's a really romantic experience just right there. That sounds amazing. Thank you so much. So now we'd like to come back to Katie because Katie has to share with us some very important information. Katie, how do we go to Hawaii these days?
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you to our panel. Hawaii has always held a very special place in my heart. I can't wait to return. And now I think I have to go snorkeling at Turtle Bay, have a Mai Tai at Monkey Pod, do a spa at the Grand Hyatt. And I would love to hear more stories from Uncle Danny. How do we get there? Besides the transportation, which Classic will take care of, Hawaii's COVID rules are quite strict. You must get your COVID test before going from one of their approved labs. Your TravelStore Hawaii expert will send you a link, but be sure to go to one of the approved testing sites on the list or you could be denied entry. They're pretty particular about it. You do need to take the test even if you've been vaccinated or you face a 10-day quarantine. There is a temperature check and a health questionnaire to fill out upon arrival, and you must wear a mask on the indoor shared areas. Our TravelStore experts will give you all the information necessary before traveling.
Oh, yes, we will. And we will make it a very easy process. Mahalo again for being with us today. I hope you enjoy hopping from island to island in Hawaii with us. Next month, we will take you to the Caribbean, and we're going to explore my favorite, what I love to call the Caribbean Golden Triangle. We're going to go to St. Martin, Anguilla, and St. Barts. All right, now we would like to leave you with a little bit of Hawaii music. Mahalo again.